Hi guys, it is writing time, my favorite time as you all know. And the goal for today is to use our narrative writing checklist to make sure our writing is powerful and easy to read when we go over our story. And when we're looking at our checklist today, I want us to pay attention to these first three. I want us to make sure that we told about who was there and to be more descriptive and not just say we went outside to play and we did this. I want to know who we is really talking about. I want you to make sure that you told about what happened in your story, and I also want to make sure that you showed and wrote about how the characters felt or how people felt in your story. So when you use your narrative writing checklist today, you can look over all of it, but I really want you to focus on these first three here. Now remember, all good writers will get their story out and they're going to reread it before they do anything else. So let me reread my story to you. It was Monday night and time for virtual yoga with Miss Christie in my living room. I spread out my mat on the floor and began connecting my phone. Miss Christie began the class with us on our backs, clearing our minds and taking deep breaths. It was so relaxing. If you notice, Hurley's gotten off his cage. Then we moved into downward dog. I do not like this pose. While I tried to do it, I felt something pulling my hair. It was Early. I guess he wanted to do yoga too. Early is such a bird brain. I love yoga, but not yoga with Early. So now I'm going to take my story and I'm going to check it out with my narrative writing checklist. And who was there? It was me. It was Early. And I also talked about Miss Christie because she was on the phone doing yoga with us. And I told you what was happening, that we were doing yoga, but during yoga, Early was pulling my hair. And then I told you and showed you about how we felt. And you could tell that I told you I loved doing yoga, but you could tell in my pictures that I wasn't too happy with Early getting on my head there. So those are the first three that I really want you to pay attention to. And then I want you to make sure you drew and wrote some details about what was happening, that you had a page that showed what happened first or told what happened first. And remember, your beginning page is where you do your lead. You put your pages in order. You had a page that showed and told what happened last. We talked about authors like to end with feelings, and we're working on doing that. And we had a page for the beginning, middle, and end. And then if you're writing sentences at the bottom, remember, always reread your writing. Try to sound out all those words. Use your snap word chart to write our snap words. Make sure you have spaces between your words. Make sure when you write your words, you're using lowercase letters except at the beginning of the sentence when you're supposed to get a capital letter. And another thing is, remember, when you're done with your sentence or your thought, you can end with a period, a question mark if you're asking something, or an exclamation mark if you're showing more emotion. And if you'll notice, I had periods and exclamation marks in my story. So friends, get your stories you've been working on, get your narrative writing checklist, and look over it. And maybe you need to add some more after you look over it, and that's okay. Don't forget to take a picture of your story and upload it, or you could just stick your story in your virtual folder for your teachers to see. Have a great weekend, all my friends.